Guys, it's Dolly Town with Bookkeeping Town. Have you ever thought of what the company page is all about? What it says? You know, what does it mean? So I'm here today to explain what the your homepage in QuickBooks Online tells you, and a few maybe little quick tricks, shortcuts that you can follow. So when you log in, you're going to see this screen here. And on the top portion here, you're going to see Start Invoicing, where you can set up payments, send your first invoice if you just created your account. And if you use cards, credit cards for your business, you can swipe cards in person with the mobile app, and it shows you how to do that there. You can also see how much you're making. We've already connected a bank. This is a sample company that I use for training. So we already connected a bank. It's going to have a little check mark for anything that you've already done. And you can review transactions as well. And then you can see your profits too. You can start tracking time. So I use something called T-sheets for my clients that I have to charge them on the hour. It's really great if you also have employees. They can log in and log out. It's kind of like a time clock for them, and you can see when they're actually working. So that's a great way. And then you can connect with your accountant right from here. Put in their email address, and then you can just click invite. It'll send them an email, and then they'll accept your invitation, and they'll be able to view your account. And I believe you have up to 2 accountants for the simple start if you're just starting out with that version of QuickBooks. You can invite your accountant or your bookkeeper. And then you can add the finishing touches, which is you can polish your profile, accept online payments using QuickBooks Payments, and then you can set up your sales tax if you charge sales tax. So down here, you can always hide it. If you don't want to see it, you can hide it. You can bring it back anytime. Your setup guide is right here if you ever need it. All right. See, here we go. Resume setup here. There's also a privacy option here. So if you conduct your business in a coffee shop or a public library, anything like that, and people just like go by right and pack you can always click on this privacy button, and then all that information is blocked. You can keep it on if you'd like, or once that person just goes right by, you can click it right back. And then down here is like a little a quick way of seeing what's going on in your business. So they have an invoices section where you can see all the invoices in the last year that were unpaid, that are overdue, and that are not due yet. Down here, you'll see the invoices that are paid within the last 30 days, but not deposited right here in this, I guess, fluorescent green color. And then the green is what is deposited. So you just want to watch out for the not deposited section here. You just want to make sure you deposit all the checks that you received from your customers. And then the next section here is the expenses. It does show the last 30 days, but you can change the period by clicking on this scroll button. You can do a quarter, a year, last month, just a little quick way of, updates it automatically. The next section is the bank accounts. So they have like a little short view of what's going on. They have all the accounts that are connected. This guy has 3 connected accounts, but I'm not sure why it shows this because it doesn't have a balance or anything. So maybe there's a 0 balance, but he has a checking. So it gives you the bank balance, which is the information they're getting from your bank because it is a connected bank. And then what is in QuickBooks. The amount should be similar to each other if you're updating it to the month. And I can go into that if you need that information. And then the same thing for the savings and the credit card. And then if you scroll down, you'll see the profit and loss. So this one's also by period, so you can change the period. This net income is for the last 30 days. This is everything that's been entered in QuickBooks. It's not anything that's that needs to be added, like categorized from the banking feeds. If you need more information on that, I can also provide that to you. The income they're taking is this $39.60, and then the expenses, and this is how they're getting the net income of $17.74. And then they have the sales section here, and of course it has a little bit more periods because it is sales. It even has up to like the last 7 days, the last 30, this month. Just tell you what it has, like this quarter. So it just gives you an exact figure of what your sales are. And again, this is everything that's already entered, like all your invoices. If you use Square, you need to make sure that's connected or enter that as a sales receipt. And that's what the home page is all about. You also have this navigation bar here. It has the banking, which you can connect cards, you add an account where you categorize them. You have your expenses, which is configured of expenses and vendors. So you would need to add vendors, or you can add the expense and then add the vendor within the expense. Here is your sales. It has all sales, invoices, customers, and products and services. It's run by projects. This owner does not, so it will not show anything here. This is payroll. This is QuickBooks Payroll. So if you decide to use payroll through QuickBooks, you will see your employees here. You can add an employee. Of course, they advertise the numbers so you can get started. You have the reports. There's a slew of reports you can get. Like, we can talk more about this if you'd like, but it's a more lengthy report video. This is where your sales taxes would be. This, just to warn you, this is the old sales tax center, which I feel it was awesome. They did update it, so it's not in depth like this, unfortunately. If you have mileage, you can report it here. You can track business and personal. If you have multiple cars you use, this is automatically updated every year due to the IRS mileage rate. Then the accounting has your chart of accounts. And then it also has where you will reconcile your bank accounts. All right, so when you reconcile, you choose the account, and then it'll make sure the beginning balance is correct. If not, you'll have to correct that, probably by a journal entry. And then just put in the ending balance, the ending date, and you can start reconciling. What I do is I usually have the actual bank statement in front of me, and then make sure all the transactions are in there. It does always have to be a zero balance, not zero balance, a variance of zero. So let me just show you real quick. So for January 31st, and then you start reconciling. See how it has a $2,000 difference? Well, you don't ever want a difference there. You want that to be a zero. If there is a big problem and you need to correct it before you complete this reconciliation. All right, and that's all I have for today. If you like my videos and you want to subscribe, please click on the link below. You can definitely contact me for any questions, comment, question below. That would be awesome. All right, thank you. Have a great day. Bye.